speaking of being born, the place where you're born, for most of us, is pretty irrelevant. Like, how many of you are born in Wisconsin? Let me see where all the cheeseheads are. Quite a few. How about Illinois? Where are the Flatlanders? Big pack of them over here. No one else will admit to. There are others, but no one will admit to it. I remind you that the Packers and the Bears play a little later today, and nobody, if they are Bears fans, are not allowed to admit it in this building. Keep the blue and orange colors to yourself on Sunday mornings. Do what you have to do it in your own home. Really, I'm a Milwaukee guy, but it really wouldn't matter. If I said I was born in Chicago, would you think any less of me? Yes, okay. All right, wrong. That was okay. This is not starting well. All right, the theory is it doesn't really matter where you're born. You might think, you've sung the songs, O Little Town of Bethlehem, you've sung the songs about the birth of Jesus, and Bethlehem seems like a little accident, doesn't it? It's from Mary's point of view, if she wasn't thinking too deeply about these things, the birth sure seemed like an accident. I don't know what her gynecologist told her, but her due date was way off. And I don't know that Jesus was that big of a preemie that she got caught trapped in the crummiest, ugliest motel you could ever imagine while you're on the road. But she really miscalculated either that or they took a tremendous risk traveling. If you were 8 3/4 months pregnant, would you want to walk or ride a donkey 80 miles? Just really seriously, I don't think so. So I think she thought she had time. But what turned out was it was not an accident that she, this very greatly pregnant woman, poor woman, waddling around, having to travel all that distance, probably dreading just what happened. Gee, I hope my water doesn't break while we're on this stupid registration trip that stupid emperor suddenly decreed. But her worst nightmare happened and she got trapped. And I'll tell you, honestly, we have these cute little manger scenes. You've probably got one in your house. And all is calm, all is bright in there, right? Do you think all was calm and all was bright? Look at me. Look in my face. Calm and bright. Are you kidding? They're in the dark. The animals are all upset because they just want to sleep, and these two humans are up woofing and yapping all night long, and Mary's screaming, and it's in the dark, and Joseph's going, oh my God, help me, Lord. How do I do this? He maybe had seen some animals get born, but how would you like to be pressed? You, men, look at me. Would you like to become an emergency midwife with no training? This was a horrible, horrible experience. It was great once it was all over, but getting there, what stress on those two poor people. Mary was miserable. Joseph was utterly miserable. Even is like, what can I do for you, my dear? Except just try to make her comfortable and boil hot water. Where are you going to boil water in a stable, for Pete's sake? I don't know. And yet, it was not an accident that they were in Bethlehem. It was a purpose. For the place of the birth of Jesus Christ was of intense interest to God. He decreed it should be so. And the promises and planning for Bethlehem's showtime went back thousands of years.